Hi Robbie, a bit of a sickener again today, 1-0, pretty even game I thought, but what were your thoughts on today's game? Gretna 0, Berwick Rangers 1.
Yeah, disappointed, not with the players' performance, just we can't seem to get the rub of the green right now. We're doing everything right, off the ball, on the ball, apart from the one thing, which is the most important thing in football, is scoring a goal. It's also it's the hardest thing to do, is actually putting the ball in the back of the net, and that's why you see the top players getting paid thousands of pounds to do so. Again, I thought we absolutely battered Berwick today, and anyone who was here watching the game would probably agree. You could hear Berwick celebrating in the change room after the game, how relieved they were to come away from the game here with 3 points. Never mind a point, I think they'd be celebrating with a point. We absolutely battered them, and it's a credit to the players. But again, come up against a team, thousands of games of experience in their squad compared to ours, and I'm not going to put that as an excuse, but sometimes that's what happens. You know, you've got guys who know where to stand, who know where to be, who know how to play the game properly. We've got them many years' experience on our lads, and unfortunately, I think it was 1 or 2 shots they had all day, and one fell to the guy in the box. It was just a ricochet, fell to him, and it was a tap-in, and that was the difference.
Yeah, just a 1 goal in it, so tough to take again on the back of Tuesday night's unluckiness as well. We move on. Got a bit of time in the week to maybe rebuild, and got a training session. We've got time for a training session this week before we take on Celtic.
Yep.
Up in Airdrie next week.
Looking forward to that. It's a chance. I always look at playing Celtic and Rangers and Hearts as a chance for us to learn as coaches and as a group, because you're coming up against guys who are full time, different style of systems. You get the first team implementing their style of play into the B team, so it's a good chance for us to learn as coaches, but also as players to learn positionally where they need to be and how they need to come up against, and also who they could be coming up against who might get a decent contract and might see the television in a few years. So it's good for us to go and reflect and look at that and look to see how we can kind of damage them and influence them, because it's only a matter of time before good karma comes back around for us. I think we've suffered enough. So I'm looking forward to the challenge that poses for next weekend.
Yeah. Off the pitch, 265 people at the game today. It seems like the message is beginning to get around the area to come and see some decent football. Match sponsor today, thank you very much, Thomas Graham Limited.
Thank you.
And we've got some advertising boards now up at the ground. So off the pitch, things beginning to go in the right direction, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. The more sponsorship this club can get, the more they're going to compete in this league and look to get themselves back where they should be. We're playing against a team like Berwick, who are sitting now 8th in the table, I think it is, they've moved up to now after today. If they can manage to get sponsorship, Gretna surely should be able to get some, and in all honesty they would be a lot higher in the table if that was the case.
Yeah, and then our next home game is against the Civil Service Strollers in a fortnight. Again, would urge people to come down. Absolutely. Only by coming to the games can we start to get that financial side of things in place to move the budget on.
Absolutely, it's a chance. The Lowland League's it's a growing league. A lot of teams now are appointing managers who have played at a high level, who have more experience. So there's a lot of draw for this league. So I think sponsors coming in, it's a big draw for them. There's a lot of money to be made in this league. Yeah,
absolutely. So once again, thank you to today's match sponsors, Thomas Graham. Robbie, thank you very much indeed. You've been doing a bit of work for us in the media during the week as well, so thanks for that, Robbie.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all next Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.